is a beautiful day for a leisurely drive through downtown Philadelphia. It's also a beautiful day for a baseball game here at Citizens Bank Park. Hopefully the Braves have some fight in them for Game 2. It's the middle game of our 3-game series here at the Bank Vault, and a big crowd's gathered for the Braves and the Phillies. Hi again, friends. Chip and Joe, welcome back to the ballpark, where the Braves are certainly making a lot of news around Major League Baseball. The top offense in National League play, led by the 2 youngest players in Major League Baseball. But wait just a moment. There's a crafty veteran who's in the middle of the offensive fun, and he's a man everybody knows in Braves country. That, of course, Freddie Freeman.
I can't tell you how happy I am to be here to tell you all about what's going on with Freddie Freeman, especially with all the attention that's been heaped on Ozzie Albies and Ronald Acuna Jr., and rightfully so. Hey, what about this guy? He's still on the team, you know, and all of a sudden he's red hot, unbeknownst to most of us. His batting average is up to a cool .333 overall because he's hitting .405 over the last 10 days. Good work, couple of home runs in 1 game in Cincinnati. Let's hope he keeps it up again tonight.
There's always room on the Freddie Freeman party bus in Philadelphia, wherever he wants to swing the bat. He'll take aim at Nick Pivetta, who has long tormented the Braves. Mike Foltynewicz gets the ball for Atlanta in the middle game of the series. Beautiful night for baseball. Glad you're with us. Let's see if the Braves can even up the set. Lineup's first pitch coming right up after the break.
Your local Ford dealer, the Georgia Lottery, and by the All-South Highway Safety Team. The All-South Highway Safety Team reminds you to play it safe by always wearing your seatbelt.
Well, part of this is baseball weather. What a gorgeous afternoon here in Philadelphia. Everything's coming up colorful for the Phillies right now. They are rolling. They've won 15 of their last 20 games. And under sunny skies and 70-degree temperatures, the Braves will try to earn their 15th win and even up this series and the road trip at a game apiece and 3-3 away from Atlanta. The Braves jumped out 3-0 last night on Aaron Nola, but there was something wrong with Julio Teheran, as we discovered, and Atlanta couldn't hold the lead, and the Phillies won Game 1 by a 7-3 final score. Pretty much the same starting lineup for Atlanta with one exception. Tyler Flowers is making his second start. Tyler injured on opening day, as you recall, so he's in the lineup. Everybody in front of him, Swanson and Acuna in particular, move up a spot in the order. Ryan Flaherty 8th. Mike Foltynewicz will pitch, and Nick Pivetta, another terrific young hurler that the Phillies have, a guy that's given the Braves a lot of trouble in recent history.
Yeah, this is another one of these guys that you don't know much about, but boy is he good. These are his home road splits this season. 19 innings here at home with a 189 and only 2 walks. He's really good. He throws hard, low to mid 90s with an excellent curveball, slider, and changeup. He's 25, 6'5", 210 out of British Columbia. And the key to his numbers so far on the year, he's 1-0 with a 2.57 ERA. Okay, but he's made 5 starts. The Phillies have won all 5 of those starts. They've won 9 straight starts dating back to last year, and 11 of 12. That tells you he keeps them in the game, and he really figured something out last year at the end of the year. His last 8 starts overall, he's 4-0. So this guy's got good stuff. He doesn't walk a lot of people, and he'll be tough again tonight.
What does he learn, if anything, from the performance of Aaron Nola last night, who really changed his repertoire after a rough first inning? Nola didn't throw many changeups in the first inning, really went to that pitch effectively over the final frames he worked.
And Nola kept the Braves really off balance in the middle innings of the ball game after giving up 3 in the first inning by changing speeds. Pivetta's able to do that, but he's a little more of a power guy, kind of like Mike Foltynewicz, as we said last night after the game. These two guys are quite a bit alike.
Well, let's see what Ender Inciarte has in store leading off the game for Atlanta. He walked, stole a base, and scored the game's first run, but went 0 for 4, snapping his 10-game hitting streak. Ender's had great luck against Pivetta. He's an amazing 7 for 11. As this one's grounded towards Cesar Hernandez at second, and that's how the game begins, with a soft ground ball to second base. 1 up, 1 down, and that'll bring up Ozzie Albies. And 74 degrees, I beg your pardon.
I'm sorry. And while Ender's had good luck against him, the next 3 hitters, Albies, Freeman, Markakis, are a combined 2 for 25 against him. Ozzie's 0 for 5, Freeman 0 for 9.
No time like the present to change that. Ozzie at 287 for the year, and he takes a strike. Kerwin Danley has the plate here in Philadelphia in game 2. And that's knuckled out of play to the left side. Pivetta ahead, no balls, 2 strikes. Assess the hitting conditions right now. 6 o'clock start. Bright sunshine in the infield grass area. Everything else you can see under shadow.
Yeah, it's kind of a mixed bag because center field batter's eye is in a shadow. Bright sunshine where Herrera's standing.
Ozzie didn't get it. Swing and a miss, and he doesn't bother to run. He'll be an easy tag out on a ball in the dirt.
I don't know why.
Don't understand that.
No, Alfaro was ready to throw to first and knew he had to hurry with Ozzie running. Or not running.
So Albies strikes out. That's 23 strikeouts to start the year, and no chance to try to beat the play out when you take the left turn. Okay, 2 up, 2 down. Here's Freddie. Freddie sizzling, as Joe pointed out in our opening comments, hitting over 400 in his last 10 games. 31 hits for Freeman, who's now 4th in the league in batting average. And this one hit a mile high on the infield.
That was right in on his kneecap.
And that will be the 3rd out. Nick Pivetta has a 7-pitch first inning. We'll see if Mike Foltynewicz can answer next. Guy at the right time tonight in game 2. Mike Foltynewicz looking for his second win. He makes his 6th start, and Joe, he's had excellent numbers lately against Philadelphia.
Yeah, he has his last 6 against them, a 2.65 ERA and a low batting average against them. His last start, well, he made 2 starts against him, but his last start, he got 3 double plays turned behind him, which was really a good sign. His 4 keys to pitching success tonight. Number 1, fastball command, down in the zone. Stay down there in the low part of the strike zone and then finish them off when you get ahead.
One thing Mike would like to do in this game is, obviously, like any starter, go 6, go 7. He has really had trouble getting past 5 innings because of an elevated pitch count, which goes to your finish him off comment. A lot of pitches for Mike thrown with 2 strikes this year. Have an astounding number that we'll give you in just a moment on that. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that's slapped out of play. Coming into tonight's game, our statistician Drew Jenkins says that Mike Foltynewicz has thrown 162 pitches with 2 strikes this year in 101 plate appearances. And for Mike, he is averaging more pitches per batter than any other qualified pitcher in the major leagues. But that's an excellent way to improve that mark.
Oh, certainly is, and he took a little off on a 1-2 count. That was a quick finish right there. Good breaking ball.
Right to the back point of the plate. And Hernandez strikes out, something the Phillies will do. They average about 10 strikeouts a game. Here's Carlos Santana, the Phillies' first baseman. His first hit as a Philly came against Mike back at Atlanta, and it was a home run. 1 of 2 the Phillies' first baseman has hit. Jumped on the first one here and skies it to left. And Acuna in the dappled sunshine drifts back to the track and hauls it in for the second out.
You saw him backpedal a little bit to make that catch. There is some wind and it's blowing straight out.
So like Pivetta, who threw 7 pitches to get 3 outs, Mike has 2 outs on 5 pitches. That is an encouraging sign. And now he'll lock horns with Adubel Herrera, the second leading hitter in the league. Herrera had a big night last night, his first career multi-homer game in the major leagues. A 3-run blast in the first, a solo shot in the 6th. And right there, a strike at 99 miles an hour. Good to have Tyler Flowers back in harness. You know, he's been itching to get back after he hurt his oblique muscle swinging the bat in Atlanta. It's 0-2
at 100. I'd say it's coming out of his hand nicely tonight.
Yes, sir. Let's see if Mike can finish him off quickly with 2 strikes. And he's unable to. Herrera fought it off and dumped it into left field for a base hit.
That was at 100.
So Herrera reaches base for the 28th consecutive game for the Phillies.
With all that pre-swing movement, the most important part is for Herrera to get his foot down, and he got it down in time to be on time for 100 miles an hour.
And that gives Herrera the hits lead in the National League with 32. And that brings up Rhys Hoskins, the Philadelphia left fielder, who is quickly turning into a young leader on this team, not to mention a fan favorite. He is a tough out. Hitting .346. He's walked 22 times. Close to a .500 on base percentage. And big time power. 1 ball, no strikes. And off the plate. Ball 2. Mike got the first 2 outs on 5 pitches. Let's see how quickly he can dispose of Hoskins, who's riding a 6-game hitting streak. was received well by Flowers. 2-1 the count.
Mike got this road trip started by pitching at Cincinnati on Monday and got a no decision, but he only went 4 2/3 despite only giving up 2 runs. He walked 4, struck out 7, but it took him 103 pitches to get 2 outs in the 5th. So he was not able to finish what he started by any means.
And it's not that his stuff isn't good, it's excellent. But he had very little luck doing to Cincinnati what he did to Hernandez. He got to 2 strikes, and then the Reds were just fouling pitch after pitch off, driving that pitch count up. So he's got a third 2-strike count in this inning. 2-2 for the Phillies left fielder. Herrera short lead at first, and here it comes, and it's covered, fouled away. That's what makes this guy so tough.
Took a little off too, like a slider. Yeah, his plate coverage is amazing.
Two balls, 2 strikes. High fly ball hammered to center, but he got under it. And Ender is there. He's got it. And Foltynewicz, a 14-pitch first inning. No score. Braves Phillies after 1. Director Gary Lehman with us, our producer Gretchen Caney, Drew Jenkins, our stat man. Joe Simpson, Paul Bird, Chip Carey with you for Game 2. Nick Pivetta worked a 1-2-3 first inning, needed just 7 pitches to take care of the top 3 Atlanta hitters. Let's see what Nick Markakis can do starting the second. Nick at .303 on the year. And a 1-for-4 night last night that hit a 3rd inning double. Braves are doubling the opponents to death. It's been a big part of the Braves offense. An offense that leads the National League in runs, hits, batting, and slugging averages.
So much for those shadows. A few clouds have moved in. No shadows now.
And a strike. 0-2. And out of play, whistled into the stands above the Braves dugout.
Pivetta was not originally a Philly. He signed with the Nationals and was traded over here for Jonathan Papelbon.
I think the Phillies are pretty happy with that deal.
They were happy at the time, and they didn't even know what Pavetta might do.
Good point. Oh, close pitch. And Nick took it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a high fly ball cracked deep toward right. Williams back. He turns. That one is long gone. A home run for Nick Markakis.
I can't begin to tell you how awesome this swing is. He's only given up 1 home run, Pavetta. And this is the second. Fastball, bell tied down the middle, and Pineda throws his head back because of the lack of location. But I'm telling you, Nick was on time and a beautiful swing.
Acuna pops one up, and that is in foul ground right at the screen, and Alfaro makes the play. And there's the first out. That's 4 home runs for Markakis already, and that was a no doubt about it moonshot to right.
Let's take a look at it from the side view and look at the point of contact. Got his foot down, but got it out front against that firm front side, head down, great extension, launched.
The old classic left-handed swing.
Thing of beauty.
So the Braves lead 1-0. Here's Dansby. And he takes a strike. Dansby's got a little cold spell working at the plate. He's 3 for his last 20. Couple of strikeouts for Swanson last night. He absolutely smoked a ball in the 7th inning that may have been the biggest play in the game. Braves had a leadoff hit. Dansby hit one up the middle that Cesar Hernandez had the ball catch him, quite honestly, and he started a double play. 2 hits later, the Braves were still in business in what was then a 1-run game, but couldn't push across the tying run. No balls, 2 strikes. And Dansby looks at that one low and away. Well, the Braves, when they hit a home run, they usually win. They're 12-4 when they hit a ball into the seats. Hope that number is improved tonight. And a swing and a miss. Pavetta took a little off and has his 2nd strikeout. So that'll bring up Tyler Flowers. It's been a long time between big league at bats for the Braves catcher. Opening day
against Aaron Nola. You can see him right there, grab at his side.
And he said he felt something pop during that swing, and he wanted to remain in the game and finish the at bat, but the Braves would have none of that. So good to have Tyler back. Boy, the Braves catching core last year was such a great story in 2017. The tandem of Flowers and Suzuki. As that one's down and away, ball 2. Tyler missed 23 games with the left oblique. 1 for 11 in his minor league rehab assignments. Last year a 12-homer, 49 RBI year. And that's in for a strike.
Nice work though by everybody, kind of picking up innings and games to give Kurt Suzuki a little break. Perez, Stewart, everybody did a nice job.
2 balls, 1 strike. And he has an excellent breaking ball tonight.
I'll say.
2-2. He painted the outside corner. Pavetta put it right where Alfaro called for it. Atlanta, though, strikes first in the 2nd. Nick Markakis with a 2-strike home run strike. his 4th of the year. Mike Foltynewicz and the Braves now enjoy a 1-0 lead.
Is brought to you by Xfinity. Xfinity delivers the fastest internet with the best in-home Wi-Fi experience. And by Delta Airlines.
Chipper looks ready to go. He's ready for action tonight.
Oh boy. Look at him. Shadow boxing. Yeah, that's him. He's in great shape.
Yeah, if you like a bowling pin. Here's Nick Williams. Williams, Franco, and Crawford. As that's like I should talk. Williams hitting .208. Homer, 4 RBIs. Came on as a pinch hitter last night. And Mike has a blistering fastball tonight. He's hit 100 once, 99 once, that one at 98. Most importantly, though, he's throwing it for strikes. Foul away. It's 1-2.
Sometimes I wonder, I've never asked Mike or anyone like Mike who can throw that hard, you know, if they're surprised when somebody hits the ball. You know, like Pavetta threw that, there's 94, Nick hits it a mile. It's like a shock to their system. How dare someone actually turn it around?
Well, that's why I wonder if sometimes Mike would be better served, and I'm not trying to be the pitching coach, don't misunderstand, but as a fan watching him pitch, how effective would he be consistently at 93, 94, and then doing what you just said, throw 97, 98 when he needs it?
Break it out. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how difficult that is for a guy to, I don't want to say max out on every pitch, but to not throw as hard as he can throw when he's called on to throw a fastball.
Well, we talked about Tyler Mahle,
Yeah.
excuse me,
Yeah.
of Cincinnati, and how effective he was against the Braves, throwing 93, 94 with great movement. And then when he needed some extra, he could go up in the zone, and heck, he got 11 strikeouts in 6 innings pitching that way.
And shocked us when he broke out the 97.
And so here we are with Mike. Got to 2 strikes. He's throwing 99 miles an hour, and the Phillies are fouling it off. First inning, Mike had 3 hitters at the 2-strike count. He threw 4 pitches to resolve the at bat. He's thrown 4 pitches since he got ahead here, 1-2.
We'll try a breaking ball. Nice try by Tyler to frame that one at the top of the zone. Tyler made it look a lot better than it was.
So a full count. And a bouncing ball hit to Ozzie. Got the big friendly hop, and he makes the peg to first. 1 out. Here's Michael Franco. Franco got the night off last night. Scott Kingery started at third base. Franco at 250, 2 homers, 18 runs batted in.
Didn't matter because they won the ball game, but I was glad to see him out of the lineup at the beginning last night because he's beginning to heat up.
He's 6 for 18 on their homestand. 3 hits in the last 3 games overall. Braves, though, have handled him this year. Franco just 3 for 19 against Atlanta pitching. Got to tip your cap. Gabe Kapler is starting to figure this out for the Phillies. The pitch is lifted toward left. Acuna retreats, still going back, and shy of the track makes the grab. The Phillies will mix and match with their lineups. They dig through all the data and come up with what they think is the best statistical matchup against that night's opponent. And don't forget, this is a man that was lustily booed in the Phillies home opener. They've gone 15-5 since the home opener here.
Lest we forget, Odubel Herrera did not play opening day because his matchup against Julio Teheran was supposed to be not ideal.
Correct.
And what did Herrera do last night against Julio in the first inning?
Let me go back through the book of knowledge here. Hang on a sec, because I've tried to erase that from my mind. It was 2 homers.
Yeah, I think he hit one of them off Julio.
Yeah, line drive in the first inning.
Right.
And the other ball, he hit a line drive to center that Ender caught.
So sometimes that book of knowledge that they possess ain't all it's cracked up to be every time.
Here's Crawford. 2 outs, base is empty to him, and fouled away, and the count 1-2. The Phillies people that I talked to, though, have said that, to the point I'm trying to make about Kapler, he has sort of adapted a little bit. He was so into all of that knowledge and was ready with his lineups for the first 10 days of the season, that kind of thing, that he kind of had a come to Jesus meeting with himself after that series in Atlanta, and has not backed away from his principles as to how to run his lineup card, but he's kind of eased off the accelerator, and that's helped everybody, they say, in that Philly locker room. Nice inning for Mike Foltynewicz. 3 up, 3 down. Atlanta on a Markakis homer has the lead.
As you heard Chip and Joe talk about earlier, likes numbers, he likes analytics. So before the game, with the other team's lineup, he gives a number based on each hitter's power. Then he writes another number based on how difficult an out they are. He said, Paul, when I did that and I looked at the Braves lineup top to bottom, everybody had power, everybody could hurt you, there was no easy out. Couple that with the Mets' success, the Nationals being very good, and guys, the Phillies are off to a great start. This is a very, very tough division. Braves are in the thick of it. Back to you guys.
That's exciting, Paul. You're exactly right. Braves are 14-11. The Phillies are 16-9. Atlanta's 2.5 games out. Braves have won 9 of their first 16 divisional games. The Phillies are 5-8 against the East. Much of that damage done to the Phillies by Atlanta in the first 2 series. Here in the third, Flaherty, Fulte, and Inciarte are coming up. And that stays high.
Ooh, thought Kerwin was going to throw that right arm up.
That's hit the other way. Crawford, nice sliding stop. Off balance throw. That would have been unbelievable had he pulled that off.
He was still facing the left field corner when he threw that. Man, oh man, and he got it all the way across the diamond. That was impressive enough right there.
Wow.
That was crazy.
That was some kind of throw. But it's an infield hit for Flaherty, and now Mike will try to help himself with a bunt. And he fouls it back for a strike. Big key to Aaron Nola's night last night was throwing strike 1. Pavetta's doing the same thing tonight. He's thrown a first pitch strike to 7 of the Braves' first 9 hitters. And there's the bunt. It's right between Santana and the pitcher. There's only one play, and he beat it.
Thataway, Mike. You run hard down the line. Sometimes good things happen even on a base play. And I hope Ozzie Albies was watching. In between them, little lob throw from Santana. And Mike's got himself a base hit. I love it.
Look at Eric Young. Watch his reaction. Safe and a fist pump. And a tweener on the bunt. The peak of Santana at second cost him a step or two from Fultonevich, and the Braves are in business with 2 on and nobody out. Ender bounced out to second to start the game. He's 0 for 1. And a little late. Strike 1. As good as the Phillies have been, and again they have been, they got to tighten up their D. 23 errors. That one not an error, but a mistake that could lead to a big Braves inning.
Look, I was really all over Gabe Kapler in Atlanta, and I think I had good reason to be with some of the moves he made and didn't make and how silly they were.
And I couldn't agree more.
So for him to have backed off a little, as you say, good for him. Good for him that he recognized that all the answers aren't in the book.
Correct.
That the game won't conform to all the analytics and all the computerized printouts. And maybe he's kind of come to a middle ground on that, and that'll only benefit this really good team.
0-2 pitch is inside. Yeah, I think one of the veterans on the Phillies team said we'll be fine if the manager will kind of get out of the way.
Yeah,
and Paul,
yeah.
It seems like he's done that here over the last 2 weeks.
Guys, talking to Gabe before the game, he mentioned exactly what you were saying. I love that you guys are bringing this out. He said how that directly plays out is if a guy hits 3-hole one night and has a very good game.
A base hit to right for Ender. Flaherty's coming around third. They're going to run, and he's going to score. Fultonevich goes first to third. Love it. Great station to station and base running for Atlanta here in the 3rd inning. And Ender Inciarte has his 9th RBI, and the Braves lead 2-0. Paul, I beg your pardon.
No, it's always great to interrupt for something like that. Nice base hit by Ender, but he just said if the book calls for a guy to hit 3-hole and he has a great game, what he noticed was if the book the next night calls for him to hit 6-hole and he moves him to the 6-hole, that guy's confidence is shaken and he thinks, well, what do I have to do? So he is putting now the human element into the game and factoring that in.
Got to do that.
Here's Ozzie, 3 straight Atlanta hits here in the 3rd inning. Braves lead the National League in hits. Pivetta has a streak on the line. He's allowed 5 or fewer hits in 8 straight starts. Atlanta has 4 hits already with nobody out in the 3rd inning. And a strike. It's 0-1. Ozzie struck out, didn't run. The ball popped away from Alfaro and he just retreated to the dugout without forcing a throw to first. That breaking ball stayed high. It's an even count.
He's seeing a lot of breaking stuff. So is Acuna. Good hustle by Fulte going 1st to 3rd on that base hit too. Got some long strides. Phillies are going to have a look at that after Santana looked in the dugout thinking they may have gotten the tag on him.
And they won't take a look. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a high fly ball hammered toward right. Williams on the run. He makes the catch on the track. A great grab. But it's going to score Fultonevich on a sacrifice fly, and Albies just missed an extra base hit. The big wingspan and big strides by Williams saved him here.
Ozzie gets so much bat speed on anything down hitting left-handed. He has that high finish on his swing too, and the ball really jumps. Nice play by Williams, former high school wide receiver. He hauled that one in, saved extra bases as you said, but a good job by Albies to get a run in.
So the botched bunt play defensively cost the Phillies a run. And now Freddie Freeman hits with a man aboard, 2 in and 1 out, and a 3-0 Atlanta lead. A lead they had last night in game 1. Shift on for Freeman. The pitch is a dangerous pitch considering the way the Phillies are lined up.
This is the most runs Pivetta's allowed since his first start of the season at Atlanta. No decision, 4 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs.
Fly ball hammered center. Herrera going back to the warning track at the fence. He leaps. He brought it back. That is as good as it gets, folks.
Wow, into the bushes too. I've never seen a guy go into the bushes to bring one back. Wow. Pivetta couldn't believe it. Brian Snitker may want to know if somehow the hedge played a part in it. I didn't realize they were that close to the fence.
I didn't either.
That was a great catch and a perfectly timed leap.
So Brian's asked for a review on the boundary call. He had it before he touched the branches and brought it back without incident. One of the best catches I have ever seen in this park.
I have a feeling those bushes are going to be trimmed before tomorrow's game. Freddie hit that ball about 405 feet and had nothing to show for it.
So he's out. And Herrera, if you will, treats the home fans with a spectacular catch in straightaway center field. Unbelievable grab. That would have made it a 5-0 game. So here's Markakis, who got the scoring started in the second with a leadoff home run.
I've never seen a tree, bush, hedge, flowers, anything else come into play like that.
I want to know what kind of hedges those are.
Probably bottle brush.
Bottle brush? Pretty good chance. Runner goes. The pitch is high. The throw to second is right on the money, but late. Ender has just stolen his 11th base. That gives him the National League lead. He shared that high with Trey Turner of Washington. And now a single could give the Braves a 4th run. Love it.
Good explosive crossover step. Good throw by Alfaro, but not good enough. Picked a good pitch to run on that slow curve. He's already got half as many stolen bases as he had all last year.
Braves are playing baseball offensively, folks. And Ender's great speed has him in scoring position. He's going to try for third. The pitch is a ball. The throw to third is in time. And Ender says it's time for the Braves to take a look. The throw was high. Franco had to dive into the base runner to make the catch and tag. For the moment, Ender is called out. Let's see if the Braves challenge the call at third base.
Bit of a high tag. And really, the only thing that made this close was that throw being pulled into him. But I think he beat it.
Super slow-mo.
Safe.
Yep, he's safe. A couple of years ago, I think the replay rule said that if a player's leather laces on a glove touched the base runner, that was considered part of the glove and he would be out. That is no longer the case. It has to be with the mitt, not just the laces.
Yeah, the fans here saw what just happened on super slow-mo, and the Phillies are walking back to their positions.
And Pivetta wisely will keep taking warm-up tosses. Rick Kranitz was on his way out to talk to Pivetta. He's waved back to the Phillies dugout.
Yeah, he can't go out there during this and maybe save a trip to the mound. That doesn't work.
So what an amazing inning. An infield hit for Flaherty after J.P. Crawford's awkward facing left field throw to first. Foltynewicz puts a bunt down. Perez and the pitcher got their wires crossed. You had Williams make the great running catch in right field to save an extra base hit that turned into a sac fly. You've had Odubel Herrera reaching over the wall to take back a 2-run homer for Freddie Freeman, and now Ender's got 2 stolen bases in the inning. Wow.
That's not bad. I mean, it's too bad for Freddie. That's a lot of action in 1/2 inning.
So the call at third base is overruled. Ender's safe at third base. He's got 2 more stolen bases, and now Markakis has a man 90 feet away with 2 outs. Crowd still buzzing about that Herrera catch, as they should. That was heartbreakingly spectacular. 2 balls, no strikes.
Funny, Rick Kranitz decided he didn't need to talk to him after all, huh? They thought he might slide a little trip to the mound out there while they were discussing.
See if Nick has a green light. He takes ball 4. So Markakis aboard for the second time. Long inning for Pivetta now. He'll see a 7th hitter, and it's Ronald Acuna Jr. who popped out on, I believe, the first pitch he saw in the second.
I think it was 2. Because we were still talking about Nick's home run.
Acuna is 6 for 14 to start his major league career. Multi-hit games the last 2. One in Cincy, one here in Philadelphia. And he laid off the breaking ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Only 2 other players in Atlanta franchise history had 6 hits in their first 3 major league games. Milt Thompson did it in 1984. Yunel Escobar did it in 2007. The franchise record for hits through their first 4 games is 7, also by Thompson and Escobar. So Acuna has a chance to eclipse that here tonight. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Again, more breaking balls.
Fastball in. Too far in. 3-1. Dansby's on deck. Flaherty and Fultonevich have scored. Enders at third, Markakis at first. And chopped foul right off his toe. That can be such an innocent looking play, something you see happen a lot in a major league game, but it can be a big problem. Just ask Byron Buxton. He's got a hairline fracture in his toe after fouling a ball off. There was so much pressure they had to drill a hole in his toenail as well.
Wowie.
Trying to make it feel better. Then they discovered the break. 25th pitch of the inning. Markakis runs the pitch, a breaking ball, and it stayed high.
Ooh, that was close.
It was. So good eye by Acuna. He will slowly make his way to first base. And Atlanta's got unloaded with 2 out.
Maybe not so close. Alfaro made it look better.
Dansby's done his best work with runners on base this year. He's got 3 aboard now.
And he is usually in these RBI spots quick to jump on that first pitch fastball if he gets it.
No place to put him. Pivetta laboring the pitch. More breaking balls. Dansby hitting .476 with runners in scoring position. He struck out his first time up. Ground ball hit toward Crawford at short. He'll go the short way to second, and that retires the side. Atlanta got 2 runs. Flaherty and Fultonevich scored. But Odubel Herrera with a highlight reel circus catch into the bushes brings back a Freeman homer to keep it 3-0. At home, in the office, or on the go with MLB.tv. Your subscription includes MLB At Bat Premium, which allows you to watch live baseball on your favorite supported device. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Go to MLB.tv for details. Times and weather are a changing.
Wind is shifted and really blowing across now from left to right.
Mike Foltynewicz now with a 3-0 lead. It's not an official game. We are told that there is rain in the forecast. It was supposed to start around 8 o'clock. Might be sooner than that. So an efficient inning for Foltynewicz would be a good idea, as he misses badly to Alfaro. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, center field camera having a hard time fighting the wind.
Swing and a miss. Alfaro didn't get it. A ball and 2 strikes. Mike has been much more effective and efficient with 2 strikes tonight. 2 strike counts to now 6 hitters. He's thrown 12 pitches with 2 strikes.
That's good.
He's allowed only 1 hit. And Alfaro went fishing. Flowers will pounce on it and throw him out. Second strikeout for Folty. 1 away. Here's Pavetta. Last time we saw the Phillies, you made the point about great players from British Columbia. Pavetta has a chance to be one of those. Mike Soroka in the Braves farm system.
Yeah.
Hopes to be someday. Larry Walker, of course. Justin Morneau.
Look how awesome that is. 95 at the bottom of the zone, had some life on it, had a little hop on it.
Whistled on a play to the right. 0-2. And he just struck him out on 3 pitches. He is pitching tonight. He's got 3 strikeouts. First time through the order. He's allowed 1 hit. Mike has the bases empty for the top of the order. Cesar Hernandez, who he struck out with a breaking ball his first time. And with the wind blowing the way it is, let him hit it in the air and see what happens.
To left field anyway.
Yeah, good point. A little too low. Ball 1.
Air just got a lot cooler too.
One ball, 1 strike for Cesar Hernandez, who held up. 2-1. Keep an eye on the scoreboard tonight. Arizona's in Washington. They're in extra innings. That's a 3-3 game. Boy, Arizona's having a great start to the year. It took 2 out of 3 from the Phillies. They're making life tough in Washington today. They beat them 5-4 yesterday. They've got the bases loaded in the 10th in Washington. 3 balls and a strike. And he lost Hernandez with 2 outs.
First walk, but was it a ball? That's roughly where the same pitch was called a strike on Pavetta that I was complimenting Mike on being down in the bottom of the zone with good movement.
Was it the reach?
It could have been mislocation, and so it didn't look as good, but it was a strike.
So that brings up Santana, who flied out to left his first time up. Cubs were winners today. They beat Milwaukee 3-0 behind Jose Quintana. The Cubs now 6-1 against Milwaukee this year. Brewers are all beat up. That's in for a strike. Eric Thames out 6 to 8 weeks with a torn thumb ligament. That is a big loss in the middle of the Brewers lineup. No balls and a strike. And they got him. Wow. Hernandez picked off first. Mike's pulling out all of his tricks tonight. He struck out 3. He's walked 1. He's picked off 1. He's allowed 1 hit. The Phillies may want to take a look at this at first base. But Fultonevich with a strike. And Freeman, the tag, is going to end the Phillies' 3rd inning. Atlanta has a 3-0 lead over Philadelphia. We head to the 4th inning on what's turned into a breezy, blustery night at the Bank Vault.
Braves. I gotta tell you this, guys, this is absolutely crazy. You had to throw on a sweatshirt. It has gone from nice, very warm to absolutely freezing. The wind is coming from right to left. Pitchers are gonna have that good breaking ball breaking away from the right-handed hitter. Guys, we got a 50-50 chance of a big thunderstorm coming in. Back to you guys.
Fly ball foul out of play by Tyler Flowers. 0-1 to him. Not an official game. We got to get through 5 complete without interruption. Right now, after 3, Atlanta leads by 3. With the 7, 8, 9 hitters coming up versus Pivetta, who labored through 27 pitches an inning ago. Jam job right to 3rd. Franco's got it, and his throw to 1st is on the money. Almost through the webbing of Santana again. We've seen that a couple of times with him at first base, but no trouble. 1 out. And here's Flaherty.
Franco's talking to him about it too. Check it.
Flaherty has an infield hit, and he scored on Ender's base hit. Slashed foul and out of play. Strike 1. Before we continue on too much further, a heads-up fan caught me. I messed up on Mike Soroka. He's not from British Columbia. He's from Calgary. He's probably a Flames fan, not a Canucks fan.
Probably.
So
that's even more unusual, though, to be that far north and playing baseball. I mean, their season's so short. Calgary had a AAA team, though, for years in the Pacific Coast League.
1 ball, 1 strike for Ryan Flaherty. And the pitch. That'd be some fun road trips. Go up to Vancouver in early April to play outside AAA.
No.
No, not so much fun.
No. Grass was about a foot deep.
The pitch. 2-2. It has been sweet revenge for Ryan Flaherty against the Phillies, who had him in their spring camp. He opted out of his contract with a few days to go. The Braves scooped him up. And he's down on strikes. 2 up, 2 down in the 4th inning. Foltynewicz is coming up. Braves are playing baseball the right way. He tried to sacrifice, and he bunted it in a perfect spot. And Santana with a look at second cost him a base hit for Folty, who came around to score the 3rd Atlanta run. And that's right there, a strike. It's 0-1. Three runs, 4 hits for the Braves. Trying to beat Nick Pivetta for the first time. He is 3-0 against Atlanta in his career. And he is pitching very quickly. And a hook gets Foltynewicz. That's 5 strikeouts for Pivetta. Santana, Herrera, and Hoskins. 2, 3, and 4 on the Phillies card coming up. Field with a 2nd inning home run. That's their fan field here. Kids get a chance to get out there and hit the wiffle balls and have a good time. That is a new fan feature added to this great ballpark in time for the 2018 season.
Where is it? Is it out in center field?
Behind the right field grandstand, we're told.
Okay. Right by the TV truck. That means Drew Jenkins will be out there about the 5th inning. Trying to show what he can do.
Wind continues to really howl here from left to right. Santana's in the batter's box. He was digging in when Hernandez got picked off to end the 3rd. What a dramatically different night. Mike Foltynewicz to work. His first is right there at the knees, a strike. Well, it's a good thing Billy Martin isn't managing against the Phillies when Santana is at the plate. Look at how high up the barrel of the bat his pine tar is working.
Wow. Pretty. Looks good.
No balls, 2 strikes.
That's a good bat right there.
He's like the Lester Hayes of baseball.
I remember Lester.
He was coated in that stuff. Downstairs.
He kind of bounces the bat off his jersey before the pitch is thrown, and the jersey sticks to his bat.
2-2. And a bouncer foul past first.
Well, the Phillies have done all this without a whole lot of help from Santana. He's driven in 11 runs, but he's only hitting a .170 coming in. And he'll heat up.
This ought to be interesting. It's to left. Acuna is there and has no trouble with it. So Santana flies out to left for a second time. He's out number 1. That big scoreboard might help the outfielders see the wind knock the ball down just a little bit, or at least keep it from playing too many tricks. And here's Herrera, whose remarkable home run catch was just played again on the scoreboard. I still can't believe how high he went, how deep he went to take away Freeman's potential home run. What a catch. One out for Fultonevich, who delivers a strike.
If you missed it, it's worth a look. Timed his jump perfectly, caught the ball, and then his glove went into the bushes, and he was still able to hang on to his glove and the ball. Yeah, I don't think that's bottle brush.
No?
No. It's something else.
Well, it's a little too close to the fence. You can see where they've trimmed a couple of those bushes. The whole fronts of them are sawed off.
That one may need to be moved.
And there's one that looks like it's even more severely pruned. The one that's closest to the Phillies bullpen.
Uh-huh.
One ball, 2 strikes. And that's smoke to left, but it's curling back to Acuna, who stays with it, makes the chest high catch. That's the hardest hit ball by any of the Phillies tonight, and 2 are out. And look at Mike's cap. I sure hope the wind didn't do that. 2 away. Here's Hoskins. Reese flied out to center. That ended the first inning. Single run for the Braves in the second, 2 more in the third. And a big shift on for the Phillies left fielder here.
Nice first pitch.
Yeah, when you have a range of 78 to 100, that's probably real tough.
And throw it for a strike.
Flowers gave him a high target. Hoskins didn't chase it. Going upstairs again. Two balls and a strike.
I know the Braves they have access to a whole lot more and advanced scouting reports than we have, but I still wonder if you can pitch this guy in, tie him up. We know how he can cover the plate middle away and even off the plate away. They don't seem to really want to go in.
Swung from his heels that time and didn't get it. 2-2.
And you know, he was out on his front foot a little bit because Mike took something off. That was 90 miles an hour, like a 90-mile-an-hour changeup.
The 2-2 broke his bat.
That was in.
Hoskins, you might recall, got a lot of time at first base last year. Also some time in the outfield. They had Tommy Joseph here. And when they had a chance to add the defensive work of Santana as well as his switch hitting bat, it was an easy decision to put Hoskins in the outfield. And as they say, if you can hit, they'll find a place for you to play. And last season, he combined for 139 RBIs between AAA and the major leagues, including 91 ribbies in 115 games at Lehigh Valley.
How many RBIs the year before at Reading?
At Reading, 38 homers, 116 RBIs.
Oh man, that's some tremendous work back to back.
And he hit 281. 2-2 pitch. He was a 5th round pick by the Phillies out of Sacramento, California. And Cal State Sacramento. Full count pitch coming. Here it is. And he pulled it. And Hoskins aboard with the second walk in as many innings. That's really been, as we said last night, the way the Phillies offense has worked this year. They are a 3-outcome team. They strike out a lot. They don't really mind the strikeouts here because they feel, Joe, their on-base percentage is supplemented by the base on balls. They feel that overcomes their team-wide lack of contact. Only hitting .237 as a team. They strike out 10 times and walk 4 times a game as a group. And they're 16-9.
I guess if you walk 16 times a game, it'd kind of offset those nights when they strike out 16, which they've 16 times, which they've done on this homestand.
Williams grounded out his first time up. And this one's popped foul for an even count. 1-1 for the Phillies right fielder Nick Williams. Williams, another youngster, 24 years old, came over in the big Cole Hamels deal from Texas. Last year Nick hit .288, 12 homers. And struck out 97 times in about 315 at bats. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. All right, Mike, finish him off. Let's get the bats back in play for Atlanta in the 5th. I don't think he liked where that pitch was, but he got away with it. That one is cut on and missed. Flowers will handle the ricochet, and Fultonevich strikes out Williams to retire the side. 4 strikeouts for the Braves right-hander, and he leads 3-0. Leads 3-0 thanks to a Markakis homer, an Inciarte run scoring hit, and an Ozzie Albies sacrifice fly.
Boy, hang on to your hot dog out there. The wind blowing on Ashburn Alley.
No balls and a strike for Ender, who's 1 for 2. 2 stolen bases for Inciarte. Now the National League stolen base leader. That's hit towards second. Hernandez backs up a step. And there's out number 1 here in the 5th inning. Ashburn Alley is the popular hangout here at the ballpark. Phillies have their Wall of Fame out there.
Right above the Braves bullpen.
Wasn't that where Evan Gattis hit the long home run that hit the lady walking by on the concourse? I think it was Evan Gattis that did that out by the flagpoles.
It was off Cole Hamels.
That's a long way away.
Yes, sir.
No balls and a strike for Ozzie. Yep, right at that spot. And a base hit the other way for Albies. Like to see that. So he's 1 for 2. And here's Freddie Freeman, whose first big league homer came in this park. He had one taken away by Odubel Herrera last time up. Again, a spectacular catch that took away 2 more Atlanta runs. Paul Byrd was a spectacular major league pitcher. He's an excellent announcer, and I didn't know he was an arborist. Paul, what's the story with the trees out there?
Well, the correct title is horticulturist, Chip.
Oh, thank you.
But yeah, in center field, that is a cherry laurel, according to some experts in the area.
Swing and a drive hammered toward the gap in right center. That's going to bounce out by the Bermuda Triangle. Here comes Ozzie around third. He's going to score. Freddie's going for third. He's going to slide in safely with a triple. They couldn't bring that one back, and it's an RBI 3-bagger for Freddie Freeman, who's playing game with Franco at third base, and Atlanta leads it 4-0.
That one didn't have a chance to get to the cherry laurels, Paul, because the wind knocked it down. But another one smoked by Freddie, who's locked in. Do they trim those occasionally, Paul, to keep them off the fence?
They do, and they trimmed those back thinking nobody's going to ever make a catch that far back. So Herrera with an incredible play. I've never seen anything like it. They actually said they were afraid the play may get called back because it went into the cherry laurel. So they weren't sure how to do that. You guys made a remark. They will be trimmed up tomorrow. Guys, back to you.
No balls and a strike for Nick Markakis, who's homered and walked tonight. Infield in for him. And that one smoked foul to the left side and into the seats. Freeman with 19 RBIs now. Has his 32nd hit, which leads the league. The pitch is upstairs.
You can just see Freddie's line shot out there. It's kind of getting held up and knocked down once it left the infield.
Did he go? He did not. 2-2. Braves have cuffed around Nick Pivetta tonight. 4 runs on 6 hits. And Nick will stay alive, do it again. 4 runs, 6 hit for Atlanta. No runs, 1 hit for the Phillies. Full count.
Called for a slider there, down, hoping that Nick might go after it, top it, keep it on the infield where the infield is drawn in and save a run, but he didn't even hint at swinging at it. Wasn't a good enough pitch.
Ronald Acuna waits on deck. Wind is almost blowing straight in now. Another foul ball by Nick. Sunny and 74 at first pitch. It ain't 74 anymore. And some of the Hardy fans begin to make their way up the aisles. Might be getting some rain now. Is that missed for Markakis? Terrific at bat for Nick. He earns his second walk of the night. Third by Pivetta, and Braves runners are at the corners with one out. So the Phillies bullpen is busy. Here's Acuna. He's popped out and walked.
That was Jake Thompson. He just got called up. Called back up, I should say. Yeah, people are moving.
Two on, one out. Smoke toward third and foul. Well, either rain is coming or they're having a scrapple sale down on the lower concourse. No balls and a strike. Way high.
Come up with a scrapple cheesesteak around here, you're going to be really in business.
I don't know. After the Cincinnati chili, I think I'm off the food invention for quite some time.
I just made 2 or 3 people in the booth gag.
The pitch just missed. 2 balls and a strike. What do they say about scrapple? Every part of the pig but the squeal. As the great Jim Carrey said, sounds yummy. 2 balls and a strike. It's 3-1. Pavetta's just about out of gas, it looks like. He's had to throw a lot of high stress pitches starting in the second inning.
And this will be number 80.
Fouled away at the plate. Arizona beat Washington in extra innings 4-3 tonight. The Nationals, as you said last night, hand them all the losses you can get them now, because once they get their team together, they're going to be pretty tough to beat. Washington now is 11-16, 6.5 games out of the lead in the East. That's pending the outcome of the Mets game in San Diego tonight. 3-2. He didn't get it. And there's out number 2. Acuna strikes out. And it's up to Dansby if the Braves are to add on another run in the 5th.
They did that when they walked him in the 3rd inning on a 3-2 pitch. They threw him something off speed. And here 3-2, a high breaking ball. That one was a little more hittable.
Dansby's 0 for 2. Freeman at third with an RBI triple. Markakis at first with a 1-out walk. Now Dansby hits with 2 on, 2 out. 4-0 Braves in game 2. Little Nubber back to the mound. And the throw will go to first in time, and that retires the side. Freddie Freeman brings home Ozzie Albies with a run-scoring triple. Atlanta adds on a run. It's 4-0, middle of the 5th. start. As the first pitch is hammered by Franco to left, a line drive home run.
Well, it's a good thing it wasn't hit down the line because we didn't have a third base umpire. Paul Nauert was hustling out onto the field when the pitch was being delivered. Franco turned the wind around on the first pitch.
So it's a 4-1 game.
Look at Paul Nauert, left side of your screen. He was just coming back from maybe a restroom break.
So there goes the shutout bid, but Atlanta's lead is 3 runs with nobody out in the 5th inning. Here's Crawford. Excuse me, this is Pedro Florimon. So Crawford is taken down for the Phillies, and Florimon, who was also the subject of a great deal of scrutiny in the first series in Atlanta when, as a position player, he came and pitched in the 3rd game of the season, is up for the 19th time, and he just got rung up.
Makes me wonder if Crawford may have hurt himself on that throw.
Might have. 5 strikeouts for Fultonevich.
Right there.
So 1 in, 1 out. Here's Alfaro, the Phillies catcher. How about Mike? Look at that number on your screen. 69 pitches with 2 outs in the 5th inning. Let's go back to Mike's start in Cincinnati on April 23rd. 4 2/3 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, 102 pitches. So a 32 pitch difference at the exact same point game to game. He has been economical, he's been efficient, he's finished off hitters. As Joe suggested on his Ford Keys, fastball command has been good, and finishing these guys off has been really impressive.
Much better.
He's gotten to 2 strikes on 12 Phillies hitters. He's needed 25 pitches to resolve those at bats. To first, tricky hop. Freddie plays it hip high and wins the race to the bag. Alfaro's out number 2, and Scott Kingery's going to hit for Pivetta. So Pivetta goes 5 innings, 4 runs, a homer. He struck out 6, walked 3, and has given up 6 hits to the Braves tonight.
And he's very fortunate that he didn't give up more, thanks to the home run saving catch by Herrera.
Mike has to get 1 more out with the lead to qualify for the win. Kingery stands in the way. Kingery had a ice cold spell snapped last night with an 8th inning hit. He was 0 for 14 and 2 for 21 before that 8th inning hit. And if I remember correctly, it was not hit on the button at all.
No, it wasn't. Broken bat flare.
Well, he has a big long swing, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. I like his setup, though. I like where his hands are. He's hit at every level. No reason to think he won't be a success here. He's just in a flat spell right now, probably because he's not playing every day.
Did he go? No, he did not. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Some fans have the umbrellas out. Some have the rain ponchos out. Not seeing any rain falling yet. Mike needs 1 more strike for it to be an official game. And still does. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2. Full count. Cesar Hernandez is waiting next. Braves 4, Phillies 1, game 2 of 3. We wrap up the series tomorrow afternoon. And now the 3-2 pitch is bounced foul left side.
Mike shook off Flowers, who wanted the fastball 3-2. Mike feels a little more comfortable throwing the slider right now. Try it again. Same result.
So after the 0-2 count, Foltynewicz has thrown 5 more pitches to Kingery. Stays 3-2. Base is empty. Franco's home run led off the inning for Philadelphia to make it 4-1. And a line drive into left center field. He went down and hooked that ball somehow. Pretty impressive at bat for Kingery. Pinch hit single.
First 2 sliders were down, caused him to pull him foul. This one stayed up and out over the plate, and as you said, just reached out and got it.
So the inning continues. Cesar Hernandez the batter. He has struck out, walked, and been picked off. That's foul left side, strike 1. At the knees, perfect pitch.
Stay down there, you can win a lot of ball games. 97.
Line drive to right. It'll hang up for Markakis, who makes the chest high catch. And Foltynewicz looks skyward. He got away with a mistake to Hernandez, but he lines out. It's an official game, and the Braves lead it by 3.
You by your local Toyota dealers. Let's go places. And by SunTrust. Confidence starts here.
Braves are trying to play Avengers in game 2 of the series. Their spider senses are tingling after 5 official innings, leading 4-1. It has been a marvelous performance by Mike Foltynewicz so far. He's gone 5 innings of 1-run ball.
Are you out? Are you out of gas?
I'm done. You go here with a play-by-play. Pedro Florman is in at shortstop. Too much coffee this morning. Dubre Ramos is going to come on and pitch. He'll face the bottom part of the Braves lineup card.
Ramos makes his 12th appearance already. Good numbers. And neither lefties nor righties doing a whole lot against him. His job is clear. Hold him right there. It's down to a 3-run deficit. And you think about all the runs Braves have left on base, runners left on base. Gets a little scary in this ballpark.
Ramos is a strikeout machine. About 36% of all hitters he faces swing and miss. And good cut by Tyler Flowers, who got a fastball and rifled it back toward us. Strike one to the Braves catcher. Good to have Tyler back in the lineup. First game since opening day. He's worked well with Fultonevich in harness behind the dish. See if he can pick up his first hit. And that stayed high. I guess 1 ball, 1 strike. Phillies rely on their bullpen a lot. Gabe Kapler said from the opening bell that is a strength of their team now that they're healthy. He is not afraid to go get his starting pitchers. Tonight, by necessity, Pivetta gave up 4 runs in 5 innings. Phillies pen 87 innings, 8 wins, 92 strikeouts in those 87 innings. Opposing hitters batting .210 against his relief corps.
This guy throws hard, but he just delivered an 80-mile-an-hour slider to Tyler. That was a nice change.
Popped up shallow center. Racing out Hernandez. He can't hang on. Where was Herrera?
Playing deep.
So Hernandez, the only guy that could get to it, and he couldn't hang on, and Flowers is aboard to lead off the inning.
And he may have been checking for Herrera out of the corner of his eye.
So that is a base hit for Tyler Flowers. And the rain has begun. It is a misting rain at the moment, blowing from left to right. Here's Flaherty, an infield hit. And a strikeout and a run tonight. So it's an official game. Mother Nature can do what she will. Atlanta leads it 4-1. The Braves tonight have done what they've been doing pretty much all year. To echo our opening comments, only 1-1-2-3 inning by the Phillies staff in this game against the Braves batters, who have 4 runs, 7 hits. They've earned 3 walks.
Well, speaking of Mother Nature, how about the Dodgers and Giants playing a doubleheader today in San Francisco?
Yeah, they were rained out at AT&T Park earlier this year, just the 6th rainout in the history of the Giants' new home park. And game 1 is all Dodgers, 15-6 in the 9th inning. Double play ball. There's 1, there's 2, and Mike Fultonevich will hit with 2 outs and the base is empty. Keep an eye on what the Giants are up to. We'll see them when the Braves get back home next weekend. The 4th, 5th, and 6th at SunTrust Park. The Giants just had to put Joe Panik on the disabled list, and Mac Williamson, I beg your pardon, the 7-day concussion protocol. He slammed into the wall making a catch the other night. So I don't know if either one of those guys will be available when we see San Fran. Giants doing a heck of a job holding down the fort without Madison Bumgarner.
When's he supposed to be back?
He's still a couple weeks at least. Yeah, he had a pin put in his pinky when he broke it. The pin's been removed, I think, and he's just starting to play catch. He's going to have to start spring training all over again, by all intents and purposes. But the Giants only a game under 500, but 6.5 behind Arizona, who's streaking to the lead out west. The 1-2 pitch is off the plate, 2-2. To third. Franco's got it, and he'll play catch with Santana, and that retires the side. Nothing doing in inning number 6 for Atlanta. Santana, Herrera, and Hoskins in the rain coming up. Nice turnaround for Mike Foltynewicz on the road trip tonight, where the Braves lead 4-1. The Braves' work on the road, however, has left a little to be desired, pitching-wise.
Yeah, and only pitched into the 6th inning once, so this is a drastic improvement tonight, especially when you look at that ERA and walks per 9 innings. Mike's only walked, what, 2 batters? Neither one has factored into any problems, so a good effort by him, and it is really raining now.
Most of the fans in the lower bowl have sought cover under the grandstand. Infield looks to be in pretty good shape. No slippage from Foltynewicz as he made his warm-up tosses. Erwin Danley behind the plate says play on, and we'll start with Santana here in the 6th inning. Carlos has flied out to left twice. And he lifts this one high in the air to right. Oh man, this has got to be a tough play. Markakis and Albies. Ozzie there just in case Nick needed help. That was some kind of catch.
Yeah.
Wind blowing, rain blowing, Ozzie coming on, and Nick made it look relatively easy. 1 out. Here's Herrera. He's singled and lined out. That single gave him a 28-game on-base streak. Mike's gotten some easy outs tonight. He's up to 84 pitches. And with the wind blowing straight in, you can give up some fly balls here and live to tell the tale. He's gotten 7 of those.
He's done that a couple of times tonight, where he decided just to take a pitch, but he already put his foot down. He's walking out of the box and not interested, at least in that pitch. You know, once he closes his stance from that wide open stance he starts with, he is really on top of the plate.
Fouled away, still 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I just remember his first year with the Phillies when we learned that he had been a Rule 5 draft out of the Rangers organization where he had been a second baseman, and how in the world the Rangers could let somebody like this go, not put him on the roster.
He must have been second or third in the pecking order at that position. And I'm sure he's one of many players the Rangers wish they still had, because they are languishing in 2018. Texas 10-17 and 4-12 on their home field. There's a happy fan. Oh, and a hug too.
Yeah.
She wins. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Off-speed pitch takes care of Herrera. Mike has 6 strikeouts, 2 away in the 6th.
Down. Back point of the plate. Beautiful.
Now, did Brian Snitker see something? Mike says he's all right, but he and the Braves training staff will head out and talk to Fultonevich here.
I didn't see anything. I don't know if it was something that he was had already talked to them about in the dugout. Strike out there, and then, oh yeah, grabbed his back a little bit.
2 outs for Rhys Hoskins, who's flied out and walked. And he swings the first one, pops it up. Freeman can't find it. He's still looking for it in foul ground. And at the last moment, he got there.
Oh, that was above the lights.
He was searching forever, but he made the grab, and that takes care of the Phillies in the 6th. Nick Pivetta has long tormented them, but Nick Markakis Joe got the scoring started in the 2nd. Herrera saved a couple of runs with one of the best catches we've seen. And Atlanta has played baseball tonight and played it very well in Game 2 of the series.
And old Freddie's staying hot too. Highlighted him at the beginning of the broadcast, hitting, what was it, 405 or 450 last 10 games.
405.
Yeah. robbed of a homer, and he's hit a triple.
And he's coming up third here in the 7th inning. Ender Inciarte leads off.
Is it let up a little bit?
I think so. Wind still blowing straight in. As this one's popped up towards shallow left. Hoskins says he's got it. And Reese is there for the first out. Adam Morgan's up in the Phillies pen. Shane Carl's begun to loosen for the Braves. And Ozzie Albies is the hitter. He's our Georgia Lottery hitting the jackpot.
How you like that? 22 runs, over a run per game, and all those extra base hits.
One ball, no strikes. Dubre Ramos, a strikeout pitcher, does not yet have one. And Joe, you talked about this a couple of days ago about the epidemic of strikeouts in Major League Baseball and how it's dramatically changing the landscape of the game. More strikeouts than hits in the big leagues.
If it ends up that way, it'll be the first month in the history of the game.
And that is something that our gang will be talking about during the stretch.
Good.
2 balls and a strike. And way upstairs.
I liked how Nick was breaking down Acuna's swing last night. That was good stuff.
Full count. Is launch angle to blame for all the strikeouts?
Well, maybe
power arms to blame?
Talk about it, not as much as anything, but I think maybe just the lack of emphasis on strikeouts. You know, lack of emphasis on putting the ball in play leads to who cares. You know, the great thing about what Kevin Seitser's done is he's emphasized contact.
Yeah, and the Braves have been 1 or 2 in the National League in fewest strikeouts all year, which stands to reason you're going to have a chance to have a high batting average and score a lot of runs. Did he go? He did not. And Ozzie will be aboard with a 1-out walk. Alfaro tags him just in case, but the ruling was ball 4. So Morgan continues to loosen up, and it looks like Gabe Kapler is going to go bring him in to face Freddie Freeman. This would normally be a spot where you'd see Hobie Milner, but he is at Lehigh Valley. So it's Adam Morgan, the Atlanta native, to face Freddie Freeman, who's 1 for 3 and is hitting everything solidly. Atlanta leads by 3 in the 7th. We'll see how this matchup works out in a moment. Freddie Freeman is red hot. And he's had another big night at the plate for the Braves, including a run-scoring triple his last time up. Good to see Freddie swinging the bat. With all the talk about the 20-somethings making all the headlines, don't forget about Freddie Freeman.
Yeah, it'd even be better without a robbed home run. Home run that was robbed from him by Herrera in center field on a great catch. Hitting everything really hard. Adam Morgan's done a good job against lefties. Just 3 for 15, 8 strikeouts.
With Morgan on the mound, the Phillies still have their big shift on for Freddie Freeman, who's got the whole left side to play with if he wants.
That's interesting with a left-handed pitcher.
This is a situation where the numbers say this is how Freddie Freeman should face a defense. But Freddie Freeman's game is to hit the ball right over the shortstop's head whenever possible.
I was told when Arizona was in here and Paul Goldschmidt was up, they had all 3 outfielders to the right of the State Farm sign in left center field.
Really?
To the right of that. And he's a right-handed hitter.
I don't think I've ever seen that. And that's the kind of pitch that you would think would be disastrous in a shift like this.
Boy, that is asking for trouble. Breaking ball away. Nobody to field a weak ground ball on the left side if he puts it in play.
We've seen Freddie bunt in a situation like this before too, which I love. If they're giving you a hit, take the hit. 1 ball, no strikes. Markakis waits next. Got that one over a corner. And it's 1-1. That was a good pitch.
Freddie upset he missed it.
One ball, 2 strikes. Instead to first. Ozzie starts, then stops. Freeman couldn't check his swing. So Morgan strikes out Freddie. There's the second out of the 7th. Markakis is coming up.
That was a really good pitch. Ahead in the count. Got him to chase. That's 9 out of 16 left-handed hitters that have struck out against him.
And now he'll face another in Nick Markakis, whom the Phillies play pretty much straight up. Cesar Hernandez about 10 yards into the outfield grass in shallow right. If Nick hits a ball to the right of Florimon, it might be next to impossible for the Phillies to turn a double play here. With the speed of Albies. Oh, there's 2 out. Beg your pardon. Might be tougher to get a force play.
Yeah.
At second.
That's true.
Let's see how it works out. 1 ball, no strikes. Again to first. Shane Carl continues to work in the Atlanta pen. As that swept off the plate, ball 2. You got Acuna waiting on deck. He's a right-hand hitter. Nobody up for the Phillies. Morgan brought in to get Freeman and Markakis and get this game to the home 7th. Knee-high strike. And the rain's all but stopped now. Skies looking like they're clearing off to our left. Wind dying down ever so slightly, but blowing straight in. So now you think maybe the lefty-lefty advantage is gone for Adam Morgan here.
Yeah, he's really working on that low outside corner, but now not so sure he has that luxury. 3-1.
Ozzie dancing at first. The pitch is popped out of play. And we'll do it again. He'll be running now with 2 outs. $27,794 tonight's paid attendance. Runner goes, and it's ball 4. The whole Phillies infield was headed to the dugout. So it's ball 4 to Markakis, and now Acuna gets to hit.
Well, you can understand why he was complaining, but you can't complain about where you moved your glove after the pitch came across. So now let's see if the Braves can take advantage.
Ronald is 0 for 2 with a walk tonight. He struck out last time up. Atlanta has left 5 on base by my count. The pitch is outside, ball 1. Last scoring chance for Atlanta came in the 5th. They got 1, but had runners first and third, 1 out, couldn't push across another run. No lead is safe in this park.
It's almost as if it's been slow, slower, and slowest to Acuna.
Ozzie walked. Markakis walked. Ronald's ahead, 2 balls and a strike. And a cue shot foul past first evens it up. So Morgan's back in the count. He is really taking his time.
Yeah. You know, Faro having a hard time
Now we're ready to go. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Good eye. So again, Albies, and now Markakis will get to take a head start.
Will they give in here?
We're about to find out. There go the runners. Swing and a pop-up. Florimond drifts back. Wynn playing a few tricks with it. He's under it, and he's got it. And that retires the side. The Braves get a couple of walks. Strand runners numbers 6 and 7. But they lead where it counts. 4-1 in Game 2 in Philadelphia. Time for the stretch. Let's send it back to our friends in Atlanta. A 4-1 game as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. 6 terrific innings for Mike Foltynewicz tonight. He'll leave on a very, very positive note with 6 strikeouts here tonight. The Braves will turn things over to their bullpen. Shane Carl has been a terrific find for Atlanta. 13th game, an ERA a shade over 1.
4 straight scoreless outings. 6 straight without an earned run being scored.
.91 pitches for Foltynewicz in 6 innings tonight. That's got to be a big psychological hurdle that Mike got over, not to mention the physical one, that he did it in 91 pitches.
Kept the ball down. He had a good breaking ball today. Got some runs to back him up.
And your Ford key to finish hitters off. That was something we talked about, how many pitches he was throwing with 2 strikes. Well, tonight 15 2-strike counts for Mike, 36 pitches. Pretty efficient.
Yeah, that's an improvement.
So all in all, a good night for Foltynewicz, who is at the moment in line to win this game. A ball and a strike for Nick Williams leading off for the Phillies, and he unloads to left. Acuna makes a 2-handed catch in the wind. Smart play, 1 out. Here's the only man to touch the plate for the Phillies. Michael Franco hit a first pitch home run in the 5th inning. Third homer for Franco, 19 RBIs now.
That's 11 out of 13 first batters faced retired by Shane Carl. Just great work.
Shift on for Franco. 3 defenders on the left side of the infield, and he hits it through anyway. He just turned around a 96-mile-an-hour fastball, and it got to the outfield a whole lot faster than that. So 2 hits for him.
That is a rare hit by a right-handed batter against Shane Carl. They had been 5 for 35 against him.
So Florimon the batter. You might recall Florimon came on in the 5th inning for J.P. Crawford, who started at shortstop. Crawford made a spectacular catch and a very awkward throw trying to throw out Ryan Flaherty in the 3rd. We don't know if that was a problem later physically for him. Haven't been given any announcement as to why he left the game. So it's Florimon with Franco at first.
Good off-speed pitch. He had a good breaking ball the other night in Cincinnati. He worked in 2 of those games, 2 2/3 innings, only 1 hit, no walks, and 4 strikeouts. High target and delivered right there.
A ball and 2 strikes. 4-1 Braves in the 7th. You do not want to walk people in this park under any circumstances, especially with this part of the order, because the big boppers are lurking in the 8th inning and perhaps the 9th. 2-2 pitch. And now he's gone to a full count. Alfaro's on deck. He's the Phillies catcher. That's a base hit to right. Franco will stop at second. Florimon bangs a hit through the right side. And with 1 out, the Phillies will bring the tying run to the plate. Back-to-back hits.
Went to a full count, got a better pitch to hit, yanked it past Freddie, who was holding the runner on. And now Alfaro's up there, who had himself quite a night last night, 3 for 4 with a homer.
Alfaro has yet to hit into a double play. This would be a nice time for one. He is struck out and he's grounded out to Freddie. First time the Phillies have had a runner in scoring position in the game. It's in the 7th. And that's off the plate, ball 1. Barring a double play, Aaron Altair would hit for Morgan here in the home 7th. Phillies have been a comeback club. They have 12 comeback wins of their 16 this year, including one last night. Ball 2.
As we saw with Florimon, pitch count matters a lot. And now the guy who's got some pop in his bat, 2-0. He'll try to tie it up right away.
He just tried and came up empty. 2 balls and a strike. Franco at second. Florimon at first. With back-to-back one-out hits.
Another good fastball. 95 and then 96.
As we've seen so many times, the Phillies want to swing the bat.
That good slow breaking ball might be just the ticket here. 2-2 if he can get him to maybe chase something a little out of the zone away, hit a ground ball. Braves have been turning two really well, so maybe they can turn another one. Something down. There it was, and he didn't offer. Good pitch.
Freeman and Winkler in the Braves bullpen. Altair on deck. Three balls, two strikes. Here it is. Double play ball. Second one on to first. He beat it.
Dansby had to come get that. He had to charge it, and when he got the ball in his glove, he was already even with the bag between second and third, so he just had to shovel it over to Ozzie and couldn't get much on it. That was a difference.
So Morgan will be taken down. Altair will pinch hit for him.
Yeah, Alfaro runs pretty well.
That surprised me. Morgan 2/3 of an inning with a walk and a strikeout. And here is Altair. A 208 average overall this year.
Dangerous hitter, though.
8 RBIs in his last 8 games on this homestand. And a strike to him. So yeah, forget about the batting average for Altair, who started 3 for 39 at the plate. He's hitting .308 after the first 14 games. So he's a hot guy right now. First and third, 2 outs. Carl's laboring a bit here in the home 7th. He's about to make his 19th pitch.
That will count as a visit to the mound. Swanson coming in to talk to him.
Up the middle. Ozzie behind the bag, flips to Dansby, who wins the race to the bag, and that retires the side. Alfaro forced out. The Braves escape damage in the 7th and take a 3-run lead to the 8th.
Home runs right away from Nick Markakis, his first time up in the second inning. Got the Braves going. And the bottom part of the order coming through. Tyler with his first hit of the year after coming off the disabled list. Good night for Inciarte and Freeman.
Meanwhile, for the Phillies, not nearly as much production as Mike Foltynewicz. Scattered 3 hits and gave up 1 run in 6 innings. Shane Carl a couple of hits in his scoreless 7th. And in the 8th inning, it'll be Swanson, Flowers, and Flaherty trying to add to a 3-run Braves lead. And they'll have to face Victor Arano.
Boy,
who's the 3rd pitcher for the Phillies out of the pen.
He has been really good. Listen to these numbers. No record in 9 games, though. He's got an 0.82 ERA. 0.82.
Bingo.
Thank you. 1 run allowed in 11 innings. 3 walks, 13 strikeouts. 91 to 94 fastball and a lot of sliders.
I thought you were going with Arano 82.
No. No. No, I wasn't.
No. Right.
That's rather apparent.
Yeah. Okay. Back to the play-by-play. Dansby up there. 0 for 3. Phillies bullpen's been really good this year. That's been a pleasant surprise for them.
I don't think this guy gave up a run until his 9th appearance.
Hey, there's a base hit. Dansby needed that. Solid single up the middle. And he takes a wide turnaround first, and the Braves a chance to add on here.
Yeah, he was a little frustrated earlier tonight. Left the bases loaded his first time up. Left first and third last time up.
That's only the 10th hit Arano's given up in his career.
And he's 42 years old.
That's saying something.
That is saying something.
Here's Tyler. He had a 6th inning base hit. No, he's given up 10 hits in 76 at bats, 26 strikeouts for Arano in relief. Atlanta with 8 hits tonight. This one's popped up shallow center. Herrera's coming in, and he makes the catch. Flowers retired. He's 1 for 4, 1 out. Good to have Big Tyler back in the lineup, though, tonight. He and Kurt Suzuki will handle the catching duties for the Braves.
I imagine he's pretty tired, you know, the first game and having to catch the whole ball game. Weren't that many games that he was on rehab, get those legs in shape.
Flaherty has a hit and has scored a run. Long look down at Ron Washington, who's got the signs at third. Phillies think something might be up, so they chase Dansby back to first.
It was his first 7 appearances for Arano. First 8 no runs, first 7 no hits or walks. That's having it working.
Pretty good. 1-0 pitch. Dansby's running, and Flaherty serves one down the left field line, just foul. That would have scored a run.
Little hit and run, just sliced it a little too much.
And Joe, you were right on J.P. Crawford. It's a right elbow strain.
Oh.
Which does not sound good.
No, it was a very awkward throwing motion.
1 ball, 1 strike. In the air toward right center. Herrera races over. And he calls off Nick Williams. 2 outs. And Preston Tucker grabs a bat. He'll pinch hit. Shane Carl works an inning. 2 hits, no runs, walks or strikeouts. Phillies will have the top of their order coming up in the 8th. A.J. Minter appears to be getting ready. 2 switch hitters and then Herrera, the left-handed bat. Those first 3 men. Dansby's running. It's a bunt and it's a beauty. Nobody's home. And Tucker has a bunt single. 2 on, 2 out. They're going to give you the hit. You might as well take it. And Tucker's aboard with a bunt single.
Well, that leaves it for Ender, who's been going real well. He had a 10-game hitting streak snapped last night. 1 for 4 tonight.
Ender with 2 stolen bases as well in the game. Braves with 9 more hits tonight. 2 on, 2 out. Fly ball center right at Herrera, who has a chance to tie a record held by many. 3 putouts for the Phillies center fielder. The Braves get a couple of hits, leave their 8th and 9th on base. 4-1 your score.
With the Atlanta Braves, Atlanta Hawks, and Atlanta United. Presented by Advance Auto Parts.
4-1 Braves in Philadelphia tonight. 27,000 rain-soaked fans have seen the Braves score a single run in the 2nd, 2 in the 3rd, 1 in the 5th. Now A.J. Minter, the 2nd reliever for Atlanta. He'll try to mow down the top of this Phillies lineup card. Hernandez, Santana, and Odubel Herrera.
AJ was in 2 games in Cincinnati. One was not very good. The second one was actually in to get his first career save. One thing that plagues him and plagued him in that rough outing in Cincinnati was the inability to retire the first guy. 12 batters faced. He's 8 for 12. So a third of the time that first guy's reaching, that's too many.
And with this part of the lineup coming up for the Phillies, make short work of these guys if you can. Hernandez 0 for 2 with a walk. He's also been picked off. 12 1/3 innings for Minter, 8 walks. That is also a big problem.
A bad number.
He's thrown 3 straight out of the zone.
Hernandez doesn't want to swing. He was taken all the way. He'll be taking at least one more.
That one found the mark. Three balls and a strike. Leadoff walk.
At this level, you come in late in the ball game as a setup guy or as a closer, you got to throw strikes.
Yeah.
It's a 3-run lead. Cesar Hernandez doesn't hit many homers. He can hit one once in a while, but the worst he can do is make it 4-2. Throw the ball over the plate.
Because this guy can hit the ball out of the ballpark. Santana is 0 for 3 though, with 3 flyouts. That was a good choice. He was trying to make it a 1-run game. Strike 1.
And look, I make it sound like it's easy to throw strikes. It's not. And the intimidation factor of these big league hitters, especially in this ballpark, can be sometimes overwhelming. And on one given night, you get it, you understand. But if it becomes a consistent chronic issue, that's not good.
And it's not just Minter, it's the entire relief corps. The Braves have issued 60 walks this month in relief. I think that's far and away more than any other team in the major leagues. So they are making it awfully hard on themselves to close out these games. And now it's 2-1 to Santana. It's Minter's game in the 8th. Three and 1.
Braves bullpen's quiet right now, but I'd have somebody up. It can get away too quickly.
They're stirring now, and the phone just rang. Three balls and a strike. Santana chased a ball. That helps the cause.
Wow.
That was in the dirt. He was so anxious to swing, he was going to turn it loose no matter what came to the plate.
Boy, what a favor that was. Good grief. Thank you.
Three balls, 2 strikes. And out of play. We'll do it again. Still a full count. Make him hit the ball. If he hits it out, you still lead. But don't walk him in front of Herrera and Hoskins. Outfield straight away and deep. Flowers wants a fastball. And here it comes. Hernandez at first after a leadoff walk. Pitch number 8 coming to Carlos Santana. pulled foul.
That was his cutter.
Dan Winkler is up in the 8th. Minter will need a 14th pitch. And it wasn't close. Back-to-back walks. So, Paul, the Phillies are an exceptionally patient team, but unfortunately, the Braves bullpen has been an exceptionally erratic relief corps. What's up with that?
Well, and what's frustrating here, I think, is A.J. Minter is the guy that you can count on to throw strikes. He's shown such great control and poise at this level right out of the gate. Now, you've heard Joe say before, these are the toughest outs in the game, the final 3 outs. A lot of people talk about that. So as he is starting to enter into this closer role and get some save opportunities, and again, Viz has been down and working his way back, I would like to see better body language from him. He's missed on a few pitches, and he's looked down at the ground to show frustration. That tells the whole Phillies team he's down right now. Hey, and it causes their concentration, their excitement to go up a little bit. So regardless of what happens, I want to see him take charge and be a bull.
I think we'd all like to see that, Paul.
Odubel Herrera 1 for 3, a first inning single. He's lined out and struck out. Herrera hit a 6th inning homer yesterday. It was his 2nd of the night. He could tie the game right here, and he tried to. Strike 1.
And he's not finished trying to. He hit the ball hard to left field twice tonight, once for a hit. But that was all Fultonevich.
No balls and a strike. Hernandez and Santana aboard, and this one's popped up left side. Flaherty over near the Braves dugout to the warning track. Won't have a play. It bounces on top of the dugout. That costs Herrera a 2nd strike.
When he tried to ambush that first pitch, he was trying to go out around it and pull it. I'll be surprised if he's trying to do that now, behind in the count.
Line drive left. Acuna is there.
Nice play by Acuna. That was not that easy because of the way it was slicing.
So there's the first out of the 8th inning, and now Hoskins is the hitter, and Minter will not be allowed to face him. It'll be Dan Winkler to come on and face the Phillies right-hand hitting left fielder with the potential tying run ready to stand in the right-hand batter's box. 2 leadoff walks open the door for Philadelphia. The Braves have the first out of the inning. Our score remains Atlanta 4, Phillies 1. Minter here in the 8th inning. Minter leaves with 2 walks, 1 out in the 8th inning. Dan has been excellent in his first 12 games. Look at that average against right-handed batters. That's an encouraging sign.
Yeah, it is. And he has done a good job of stranding inherited runners. 10 inherited runners, only 2 have scored.
He'll face Rhys Hoskins, another very patient and powerful Phillies hitter. Hoskins has walked tonight. He's also flied out and popped out. He does not run well. A ground ball could get you out of the inning in the 8th. And that is a first pitch strike, perfectly placed.
Those numbers by right-handed hitters: 1 for 24, 12 strikeouts.
So it's strength versus strength, it appears, in this 8th inning matchup. No balls and a strike. And Hoskins took it low. He's hit to 2 double plays this year. He has walked 23 times. Winkler stretches. Now here's 1-1. Off the end of the bat. Had him off stride. Good selection. Now he's ahead in the count.
Might have been reaching for that because he had one thought in mind, and that was to get something to lift out of here. The wind has died down considerably, so you hit a ball to left field, there's not anything to really stop it.
Now Dan has one to his liking. The 1-2 pitch. Struck him out at the knees, and Hoskins can't believe it. A perfect pitch.
It sure was, and there's that inside pitch. Right at the bottom of the zone. Good one. Huge out.
That's the old too close to take adage. And Atlanta glad Hoskins did. Now it's Nick Williams, who's 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Braves are an out away from going to the 9th. He was late. Carl and Winkler have been absolutely terrific here in April. Hope that continues for one more hitter here. No balls and a strike. And now 0-2.
I like that. He changed his delivery a little bit, kind of went with a quick pitch slide step.
And he's attacking the strike zone. Not trying to nibble. He's saying, here, hit my pitch. And so far Williams has not been able to.
It's Hunter and Rios in the Phillies pen.
No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Struck him out. What a job by Dan Winkler. He strikes out Hoskins. He gets Williams to swing and miss. And the Braves escape disaster in the 8th inning, getting out of 2 on, nobody out in a 4-1 game. Time for Built for Baseball, brought to you by T-Mobile. Another great night at the plate for Freddie Freeman, and it could have been a whole lot greater if not for this play.
410-yard drive that gets caught, brought back out of the cherry laurels. What a play by Odubel Herrera. Outstanding.
One of the best we've seen.
Yeah.
And to the ninth we go. Freddie Freeman due up second against Yaxel Rios, who's pitching in his 12th game. First, it's Ozzie Albies, who's gotten on base twice and has scored a run. Another run wouldn't hurt for Atlanta. No balls and a strike from Yaxel Rios.
We saw him a couple of times in Atlanta. Looked pretty good.
3 games, 2 1/3 innings, 1 run. And that's in for a strike. He's the first Phillies relief pitcher to start a year 3-0 since Andrew Bailey did it a couple of years ago. 24 major league appearances, 19 of them scoreless. And fouled back. It's 0-2. Rios is from Puerto Rico, a 12th round pick by the Phillies in 2011. It's 1-2. Rios will turn 25 years old in late June. Made the jump from Double-A Reading to the big leagues last year and pitched impressively all summer long. Miami's winning tonight. They're beating Colorado in the 6th inning. That's a 3-1 score. Marlins have been tough on the Rockies at Marlins Park and in Miami. That missed outside. Colorado beat them 1-0 yesterday, however. Martin Prado's back, by the way, for the Fish, which is good.
Yeah.
He's 0 for 4 in his season debut.
Like you said, though, Miami, as much as they were broken down by all their trades and giveaways, they're playing tough baseball.
Broken bat pop. Franco gives chase in foul ground, and he is there. One away in the 9th for Freddie Freeman. Later on, the Yankees visit the Angels out in Anaheim. Big storyline there. Albert Pujols. He's 6 hits away from 3,000. What a player. An RBI triple for Freddie tonight. His first triple of the year, 19 RBIs. Shift on for him, ball 1. Minnesota snapped their long losing streak. They beat Cincinnati today 3-1. Tampa Bay all over Boston 12-6. We'll see the Rays early next month. In interleague action, Seattle walloped Cleveland 12-4 in American League play. Texas beat Toronto. Those are your finals in the junior circuit tonight. 1 ball, 1 strike for Freddie. And out of play left side. Cardinals have just taken a 2-1 lead in Pittsburgh. That's in the 6th. Padres lead the Mets 2-0 in the 1st. Braves are rooting for a Padres win. Atlanta could pick up a game in the standings. At the moment, the Braves are 2.5 back in Eastern Division play. The pitch to Freddie, 1-2. Oh, Rios wanted that.
Again, the way Alfaro cut that ball and then brought it back up didn't help.
That's something you really appreciate about the way Suzuki and Tyler Flowers. Perez too, as this one's hitting the air to center. Herrera is going to not need to use the bushes to catch this one. There's the second out. But the way, you're right, Alfaro moves his glove and tries so hard to frame that pitch really makes you appreciate the presentation skills that Atlanta's catching core uses to influence perhaps those marginal strike calls.
Little reminder there from Alfaro to Rios to get over there if anything's pulled to the right side.
Nick Markakis has had another big night. He's homered and walked 3 times.
After that launch he hit into deep right field bleachers off of Pavetta, they pretty much kept the ball away from him.
One ball, no strikes. A little late. Game 2 of the Dodgers and Giants will get underway shortly. Alex Woods pitching that game against Johnny Cueto. Dodgers beat the Giants 15-6 in game 1. Pablo Sandoval pitched a scoreless 9th in game 1. He broke out the old Kung Fu Panda ball, and it just mesmerized the Dodgers in game 1.
I'm sure he did.
Two strikes for Markakis. And Rios is ready. Here it comes. And out of play. We'll do it again. We wrap up the series tomorrow afternoon. Vince Velasquez for the Phillies. Brandon McCarthy will pitch for the Braves. Braves Live begins at 1 o'clock. First pitch at 1:35. If Atlanta can hang on and win this game, the Braves would have a chance to win the first 3 series head-to-head against the Phillies this year. One ball, 2 strikes. Nick fighting hard in the 9th inning. And he unloads deep to right field. Back goes Williams to the wall. He's got it.
Thought he got it.
It had the sound. Maybe the wind knocked it down. Markakis just missed. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Atlanta by 3. Let's tell you about tomorrow, 1 o'clock. It's Braves and Phillies baseball on Fox Sports South. As we told you, Brandon McCarthy will face Vince Velasquez. The game, as always, streams live for you on Fox Sports Go. It's April in the ATL, our final April telecast. And our April in the ATL coverage presented by Advance Auto Parts. Our thanks to them for being such great partners of our Braves coverage. Let's hope for an uneventful, easy ninth inning for Arodys Vizcaino, who's going to try to save this game for Mike Fultonevich.
Viz picked up a save in Cincinnati. That was on Thursday. Gave up a hit and a walk, but also had a strikeout. 2 out of 3 in save opportunities.
Franco will be the first Phillies hitter. He's homered, singled, and flied out here in game 2. Then Florimon, then Alfaro. Again, first batter will be so critical in this 3-run game. And there's a strike.
Started him with something really off speed because of his willingness to be a first pitch fastball ambusher.
Arodys has retired 18 of his last 22 opponents. And a swing and a miss, 0-2. Did he go? He went, and it's a 3-pitch strikeout. Franco's retired. 1 out.
After that first called strike on Franco, he was pretty much done the whole at bat. Chased a bad ball on the swing and then couldn't stop his swing here, and he did go.
So 1 away for Pedro Florimon. Again, it's a right elbow strain for J.P. Crawford, who hurt himself in the 3rd inning tonight. At least that's what we think. That awkward throw on Flaherty's infield hit.
Remember last night he made a throw on a double play ball that almost pulled Santana off the bag. I wonder if it was already bothering him.
Downstairs, ball 2 for Florimon. No walks. Make him put the ball in play. And the 2-0 is letter high. 3 balls, no strikes.
You know that oval strike zone you were talking about? There's been a lot of pitches tonight on the corners, high and low, that have not been called.
And then you see a pitch like that on our Fox track shows it's off the plate, but it's called a strike. So some latitude, I guess, is going to be afforded to Kerwin Danley. But yeah, that's what one coach told me, is that it's an oval, not a square. And there's another walk. This time to Florimon with 1 out. You can see Walt Weiss on the bench just staring at his shoe tops. He was a manager in Colorado. He knows perhaps better than anybody how agonizing late inning walks can be at Coors Field, and frankly in this place too.
I guess it beats chewing on your fingernails.
I think those have been long chewed off here in April, as the Braves have issued 3 more walks by the pen. That's 63 of them in April. And Alfaro with a long swing, got Flowers on the backswing, and he's down a strike.
Boy, I think Kevin's catcher started wearing helmets.
That's out of play, foul. I'm told the Braves bullpen, including tonight's action, has walked 16% of all batters they have faced this year. That is far and away,
that's a lot,
the worst such percentage by a relief corps. Knock on wood, none of those walks have scored yet tonight. No balls, 2 strikes. And that missed. 1-2.
Well, his fastball missed outside the floor moment. It tailed off the plate, so he tried to start that one off the plate and have it come back to the outside corner on Alfaro and miss there. It's not a wide margin. He's not missing by a lot. It's not all over the place. It's just with that movement, it's not coming back to the zone.
There's a break. Alfaro swung and missed to the slider. And that's the second out in the 9th inning. Andrew Knapp, the last position player available for the Phillies, is going to come on and pinch hit.
Was that in a good place?
Andrew Knapp has 4 hits against the Braves this year. Knapp is a switch hitting catcher and 0 for 3 in a pinch this year. Braves are an out away from evening the series. Good start, strike 1. Did he go? No swing. San Diego leads the Mets 4-0. That's Jason Vargas for the Mets. Matt Harvey was moved to the bullpen to make room for Vargas, who's back from injury. And Vargas having a rough time of it early out at the park that shall not be named. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner goes. And it's lifted to the left side. Flaherty gives chase again. He is to the track and he is out of room. Let's end the drama.
I'll say come back tomorrow and win the series.
One ball, 2 strikes. And that is it. The Braves win the game 4-1. Vizcaino strikes out the side in the 9th inning. And Mike Foltynewicz with a crisp, efficient, and ultimately successful effort picks up his 2nd win of the year. The Braves beat Nick Pivetta. And we have a chance to see the Braves win their 3rd series of the year against the Phillies tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, slowed them down a little bit. And Nick Markakis got it all going with that home run in the 2nd inning, and the Braves capitalized on some good efforts in the 3rd inning. Could have been a lot bigger inning if Freddie hadn't gotten robbed, but they added a couple there and made all that stand up.
11 Phillies strike out in the game. Braves win it 4-1. Mike Foltynewicz 2-1. Nick Pivetta suffers his first loss. Vizcaino takes his 3rd save into the Atlanta clubhouse. 3 hours and 10 minutes. Your final time of game. An exciting game. And we hope for more excitement with you tomorrow afternoon beginning at 1 o'clock with Braves Live on Fox Sports South. Speaking of Braves Live, it's coming up next. It's presented by Xfinity. We'll recap tonight's exciting Braves win from Philadelphia right after this timeout.